We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at DC All-In Special Issue 1. This is a one-shot from 2024. It features two stories. It's actually a flip book. Yay! Because that's a gimmick I'm not tired of after 40 years of comic book reading. The first story, Alpha, is written by Joshua Williamson and Scott Snyder. Art by Daniel Sampere. Dan Mora did the center spread art. Alejandro Sanchez did the colors. Tamara Bonvillain did the center spread colors. And Steve Wands did the letters. Daniel Sampere and Alejandro Sanchez did the covers. And the second story, Omega, was written by Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson. Wes Craig was the artist, Mike Spicer on colors, Steve Wands letters. Now we learn that the Justice League is enchanting their membership cards with love and affection and magic and blah blah blah. And they're going out to pretty much all the heroes. So it's an open invite to join the Justice League so they can have a rotating cast of characters and have team-ups without having to do too much work to explain it away. Booster Gold's invited, and he's very excited about it because this relates somehow to something that he saw in the future when he was working at the museum, but something isn't quite right. And that's when Darkseid shows up and things go crazy. We find out that this universe that was left untouched, the sort of Universe Prime, is in fact now forming a type of history all its own, and it's not good. It's a place where things are very, very different, and it's called the Absolute Universe. So then you flip over to the other side and you learn about the Absolute Universe with a far and different art style. This time Darkseid's up to some shenanigans. He sacrifices one of the new gods before he does some stuff. I don't want to give too much away, but the Spectre plays a big part in this, and that's when we learn about the Absolute Universe where things are significantly different. Superman's different, Wonder Woman's different, Batman is very different. It's a much more brutal place where there is not as much hope. And this appears to be somewhat of a Booster Gold story. I'm not real clear, but there's going to be a bunch of miniseries about the Absolute Universe. Overall, I thought it was a pretty interesting idea. It does seem like we've seen the dark DC universe many, many times already. Most recently with the Dark Knight Metal and Night Terrors and all that. It just seems like this has been done before, so I don't have a high hope for it, but they do have some pretty good creative teams. But as far as this, is it worth $5? It was an interesting setup to a story, so I'll give them a chance. I'm not a big fan of the art on the Omega story. It's far inferior to the cleaner style that is done in the Alpha section by Daniel Sampere. I thought that art style was far superior to the kind of cartoony, goofy looking art of Wes Craig, where everybody's proportions are exaggerated and the facial expressions look really weird. It just looks like a very less serious art style for a topic that is supposed to be a little bit darker. So I think it's got potential. I don't really care about this dark universe stuff, but I'll give it a shot and see if any of it's any good. So maybe it'll be an interesting storyline. And this also is the launch pad for the All-In, which is going to be another rebirth kind of thing where they're doing a soft reboot of the universe to try and bring in new readers with issue 1s and miniseries. It's just kind of a cash grab, but it could be good. We'll find out. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.